Happy Friday and happy Halloween Eve, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in to this week's Designer Chat. My name is Mia Farrell. I'm a designer with ACo. I'm here to help you love where you live, and I'm here every Friday talking all things design. Let me get my guest in here. This is George Conaway with fele. Thanks, George.
Hey, thanks for having me back.
Yeah, of course. You're like a veteran. It's amazing.
Yeah, been on here twice. When do I get my jacket?
Oh my gosh, we need to make those. That'd be amazing.
There you go.
Designer Chat veteran. Yeah, I'm
perfect.
Talk to me about fele as a company to remind everybody what we're talking about here.
Yep. So fele, pronounced fele. A lot of people get it wrong. I always just say it's like saying hey fella. We're an American subsidiary of a German company, and people always ask me what is it that fele does. I typically always just say we do everything that goes into cabinetry except for the wood. So last time we talked about lighting. We manufacture our own lighting, and it's an amazing system. Today we're going to talk more about the kitchen organization, things you can put into your kitchen, whether you're doing a new kitchen, whether it's already been installed, all things that that you can get from you guys there at ACo that someone can make their kitchen cabinets just perform better.
Yeah, because we've had a lot of calls, people that are sitting at home and they are ready to tackle a project. And I'm sure there are a lot of people that maybe aren't necessarily ready for a kitchen remodel, but they might want to tackle some organization, especially going into the new year or planning for the holidays. So let's talk about some of these options that we can put into cabinets to help people get organized.
Yep.
First things first, this little spice rack guy that you shared is the best. It's the cutest. Tell me.
Awesome. So that's actually something we manufacture ourselves in North Carolina. It comes in two different sizes. There's a 14 and 3/8 width that you're seeing there. And there's another that's 19 1/4. They're both 10 3/4 deep, so they fit in just about any upper cabinet. It installs in less than 5 minutes. It's a few screws you install, and then you get to fill it with whatever you want. It doesn't even have to be spices. It can be anything that you want to fill it with. And new this year, we actually have these in individual towers. So you could make up any combination you want to fit any space you want.
Nice.
And they come in 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 inch increments. So whatever you want to store, you simply pull it out there with the little grooves for your fingers. It locks in place, and you slide it back, and it locks in place backwards too. And those bars going across are actually stainless steel, so they're very rigid. They won't let anything fall out.
That's fantastic. I have one of those like stair step spice rack things in my cabinet, and it doesn't work. I mean, yeah, I can see everything in there, but inevitably I need the spice in the back, and all the ones in front fall out. So
there
this
you go.
is a better solution for sure. I can attest to that.
So next, we'll talk about some blind corner storage. A lot of kitchens will have this, rather than a lazy Susan, you'll have this section a lot of times under Peninsula where you're not being able to use the storage that's back in that corner. So what you're seeing there is the Le Mans, which is not the breathing technique. It's an actual kitchen appliance, and surprisingly easy to install. Basically, you can install in a 2 section like that. There's also some taller cabinets that you can, more like a pantry, that you can install 4 on top of each other. What it does is it lets you use all that space. And as we saw in that video, you bring everything you need that's back in that corner out to you. It locks in place, stays where you want it until you're ready. And then just with a little nudge, it slides back in place slowly with a soft close. So no pinch fingers.
It's got the guardrails on the edge, so things aren't going to fall off.
And they're available in different finishes now too.
Oh, nice.
So to match any kind of design.
That's fantastic. I mean, so often people tell me I want all drawers or I want pullouts in my cabinets because there's nothing worse than reaching back into a deep, dark cabinet and trying to find what you need. So being able to utilize that corner storage and bring everything to you, I mean, that's fantastic. And this can be retrofitted into a blind corner, correct?
Correct. Yes. Again, a fairly simple install too. It looks very complicated, and the engineering that goes into that is fantastic, but it's really not that difficult of an install.
Easy on the homeowner.
Easy on the homeowner.
Fantastic.
So next, this is a small snapshot of what's called our Fine Line Drawer Organization series. It comes in a multitude of wood species. My favorite's the walnut. It's very gorgeous, dark brown, but a lot of different purposes. So we have inserts that are knife blocks, that stair step spice rack you were talking about, but everything's there visible for you. Silverware organization, gosh, even a place to store aluminum foil. It's an incredible line that if they go to our website, search Fine Line, you'll see all the parts and pieces you can do or you can use to make whatever you want for organization. And it all comes in standard sizes, and it's very easy to just cut down. And the way it gets its name, it's called Fine Line, and it's kind of hard to tell in the image, but the wood itself is very thin, so you don't lose storage room whatsoever.
Yeah, some that I've seen before are, the dividers are really thick. So, I mean, every inch of space is crucial. And to have something like this, so you're not just throwing stuff in a drawer and trying to dig through it and inevitably cutting your finger on something. Yeah.
Right. And if you look real quick on that bottom left section, we installed our non-slip matting. So those come in large sheets, and anything that you don't want to slide around, you can customize where you put that. So it's a very, very versatile storage system.
That's awesome. I love it. It's fantastic. Now this is a little more fun.
So not so much for cabinet organization, but this is called UK Shelving. And if you look behind me, you can see some of it. It comes in 2 depths, a 7 7/8 and a 12 5/8. And what you basically are buying are individual ladders. So each section is a ladder. And to make a simple shelf, you would use 2, again, like behind me. And there are other images where you can combine the 2 different thicknesses and create an entertainment stand. You can use them in bathrooms. It's a powder coated steel, so it's not going to rust. It's very scratch resistant. And it's as simple as screwing it into studs. And you can use whatever you want as a shelf material, whether it's glass, tempered glass, wood, anything, as long as it doesn't exceed the 33 pounds per support. So it's a very heavy duty shelf system as well. And you can use it for, like I said, anything.
It's such a cool look. I mean, people so often these days like to break up the look of cabinetry with open shelving. So it's just a little bit more unique and kind of industrial look for open, which I love. It's fantastic. What colors does it come in?
We are stocking the black. White is available, but I don't believe it's in the US yet.
Got you. We're always.
So let's just pretend that doesn't exist yet.
We're always.
Actually, you have something very similar that's in your showroom. Next, this guy's really cool. It's called Sweepo Vac. And what it is, it's an internal vacuum that you are supplied with a template. You cut out into your toe kick underneath your cabinets and plug it into an outlet. And what you've got now is a floor level vacuum cleaner. So any crumbs, pet hair, anything, if you have small children, anything that's going to be spilled, you can sweep into the vicinity of that center there, push a button with your foot, and it'll turn on for 10 seconds. You can hold it and it'll run longer. And the bag that's in there is reusable. So you simply just empty it and fill it back up. Most people say this lasts for about 3 weeks before you have to empty it. Again, if you're just talking crumbs and pet hair. There's also an attachment available that, there you go, that has a hose. So if you wanted to get things further away, larger things, I'm actually surprised at how many people use that hose attachment. But it's just nice that it's available. And you can see it's a very low profile, and it simply just plugs in. You don't really even need an electrician to install it.
That's fantastic. Sweepo Vac. We are living in the future.
Such a good name for it too.
It's amazing. I love it. And I love that all of these things can be utilized in a new design that maybe somebody's working on with us here at ACo, or just simply retrofit into somebody's existing kitchen so that they can take a look at their space and say, all right, I got to get myself organized. What is it that I need that I can add to my cabinetry?
And you don't have to spend a fortune doing it either. You can custom pick what you want to use rather than, wanting one thing and have to buying 7 things that go with it. So
for sure. That's fantastic. Anything else we didn't cover?
I just want to say happy Halloween and thanks for letting me do this again.
Yeah, thanks for joining again. Appreciate it so much. Have so much fun this weekend, and happy Halloween, everybody.